admission without pressing any buttons. And what happens at the end of the day is a situation where you still do not get the admission. And you start hearing stories of people who get lower scores getting the admission. So the most painful part about this is having the resources at my disposal to say that, oh, I can influence the admission process and also gain the admission. But probably because of the score I had, I thought that wouldn't be necessary. That should be enough. And institutions should be so immoral that they would shun that kind of score for, considering other criteria as well. So it was very, very surprising to find out that I still didn't get the admission, because even after getting that score, I still required that what's this word they use? I lobby for admission even after getting a good score. So that was very, very disappointing. So I learned a very, very valuable lesson that most cases it's important for you to understand the reality of your society. When you understand the reality of the society, when you work hard, you give your best, don't just stop there. Also understand the reality of your society and ensure that there are no places where there's a leaking bucket. So that struck me in the sense that, most times we compare Nigeria to places like America that the system is more saner, but we forget that Nigeria is not America. Nigeria is still Nigeria. So whenever we give our best for anything we are aiming for in life, if there's a chance that we still have to press some buttons to get it done, I think we have to do that and not just rely on our efforts alone. So that would be the most important lesson that I learned so far, not to be relaxed even after giving our best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Lemeron. You really did justice to that question. Although, yes, it's good not to compare yourself. Nigeria is still a developing country, so there's no point of comparing Nigeria with developed countries and all. I think it's not fair on our part for us to compare Nigeria with some developed countries. It's really not fair. Thank you so much for doing justice to that question. So my next question is, what gets you excited about life? Like I said, our questions are tied to the team, get to know more about your audience. So want to know you. So what gets you excited about life? I'd like to call one lady that I respect so much. I call her my Toastmaster boss. She's always ever ready and always on track. The TM Chidi, our divisional director. Ma'am, I'd like you to do justice to that question.
Wow. Thank you most graciously, Madam Table Topics Master. Good afternoon, Festac Toastmasters Club. What gets me excited about life? Wow, that's a very interesting question. I'm racking my head and I'm asking myself, okay, so what is it about life that gets me excited? But the truth is, everything about life gets me excited. The fact that I go to bed and I'm able to wake up in the morning, that gets me excited. The fact that I can do something to put smiles on the faces of my kids, that gets me excited. The fact that I have relationships with beautiful ladies like Toastmaster Jane, that gets me excited about life. The fact that I am able to impact people, I'm able to be a positive influence on someone's life. The fact that I have a purpose, that is something that gets me excited about life. And one thing also that gets me excited about life is the fact that I am a change agent. I am someone who believes that change starts with me. I believe that irrespective of all the bad things that we see or that we perceive that's going on in life, that we have the ability to actually effect positive change. We have the ability of changing our mindset, and by that, changing the mindset of people around us. I get excited by the fact that the air that I breathe is free. I don't have to pay for it. I get excited by the fact that I have a family that loves me. I am in a community that is positive, that is friendly. I have Toastmasters members whose desire is to help me grow, who aims to help me be better every day. That is something that gets me excited about life. And I'm super excited I'm able to attend the Festac Toastmasters Club. How will I not be excited about life when I have all these beautiful things and beautiful people around me? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the fact that I am Chidi, a Toastmaster, a sister, a mother, a friend, that is something that gets me excited about life. And knowing that I have the opportunity to impact people positively and put a smile on someone's face. That gets me excited about life. I am super excited about life because I'm able to improve every day and challenge you to also join me to be excited about life. But I'm Table Topics Master. You have the virtual lecture.
Wow, Madam Didi, well done. I'm not surprised. Distinguished Toastmaster Chidi, it's a very lovely person, very positive. And I intentionally picked her to do justice to that question because I know she's super packed. DP every day is very positive. You can never see her sad, even though maybe the situation might not be right, but she's always happy. And she's very, very intentional about living her life. And I think we should need to emulate her for that. Irrespective of your situations, be happy and be excited. Thank you so much, Madam Divisional Director, for doing justice to that question. So the next question I have here is, when was the last time you tried something new? You know, people keep saying, I want to do this, I want to try this. When was the last time you really tried something new? I would like to call TM Otavia. Love your name a lot. That's Otavia. I'd like you to please do justice to that question. TM Otavia Obaze. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't see that coming. I heard you calling him, but I guess because I didn't want to speak or I didn't expect it to get to me, I didn't know it was my name, but I'm excited the question got to me eventually. Just today, just before the meeting began, I pulled out my sheet of paper and wrote my to-do list. And one of the things I documented was that I wanted to adjust my alarm schedule. So I have had it as when I wake up, I want to have devotion and then devotion. Okay, my children are quite young. So sometimes I'm able to achieve some things only when they are asleep. So I'm to have my devotion. And then the next thing I was to do is practice my keyboard. So I'm learning to play the keyboard. So I just I'm the accountant, I shouldn't. Okay, so okay, so one thing that is new that I'm coming up with, it begins tonight when my alarm goes off. Rather than go off at 10 p.m., it will go off at 11 because I realize I have to extend the time I want to stay up to achieve some more things. And then tomorrow morning, I'm rescheduling what I have to do before 6 a.m., which is my family devotion time. So it's interesting that you asked because I just wrote it down less than an hour ago. And here I am sharing it with Festac Toastmasters. Thank you. It will also help me to ensure that I make it something new that I have done, aside just documenting it. So thank you very much for asking. Over to you.
Thank you, TM Otavia. Thank you for doing justice to that question. I'd like to encourage each and every one of us. This is a new month. If you don't have any plan yet, you still have before the end of the day to write your plan, be intentional, do something, make adjustments. If you want something different to happen in your life, you have to also be intentional, make some changes yourself. So I have another question here. Is the question I have, where do you find inspiration? There's so many things going on around the world, so many hustling and bustling, so many things in social media. So where do you find inspiration? I would like to call TM.
Can we have a guest?
That's what I'm telling Toastmaster Cheesy. I know you introduced.
All right.
So it's Toastmaster Cheesy. Please, can you do justice to that question, please?
All right. I'll say my inspiration comes from music. Whenever I listen to music, I feel more relaxed. I feel more refreshed. And I feel that I'm alive again. Like it gives me that ability to continue pursuing what I'm pursuing in life, despite the challenges, despite the odds, despite the situation that I'm currently facing. And especially when probably I'm casted down, like I feel like I'm going down the drain and I need motivation, I fall back to music. I listen to music and I feel alive again. And I feel that all is well, that I can actually continue and I can actually achieve my aim. So my inspiration actually comes from music. Thank you.
Thank you. Attending Toastmaster Cheesy. It's very important for us to know things that help, that gives us inspiration and inspires us. So especially what's happening in today's world, we just need to be very intentional and, find those things, those passionate things that inspire you to do better. It's very important for us to know them and stick with them. So the Toastmaster of the day, do I have more time to?
No.
Okay. Go on. I can ask the last question. All right. Thank you so much, the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for giving me the privilege to be the table topic master of today.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a very, very interesting segment. I love the way that segment was facilitated. And of course, I love all the responses that we got from all our speakers. That was very, very interesting. Thank you so much. Without taking much of our time, I'd like to call for the table topics evaluator to help us with the evaluation of that particular segment. And to do justice to that is a communication manager at one of multinational companies in Lagos, Nigeria. She has over 10 years experience in designing brand communication strategy, content development, event management, and innovative product launches. Our hobbies include singing, reading, and spending quality time with close families and friends. A favorite quote is one by Maya Angelou that aptly captures a personality and motivation in life. The quote says, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. To do so with some passion, some compassion, and some humor, and of course, some style." This indeed captures this particular individual. Please welcome our table topics master for today's meeting, Toastmaster Ngozi Manukaji. You have the floor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilemoro. It's good to be here today. How are you doing?
Doing fine. It's great to have you.
Yeah, same here. All right. Okay, very quickly, I'll just go through the questions and evaluate all the speakers. The first question was, what life lesson did you learn in a hard way? And that was taken by Toastmaster Elemora. Okay, so Elemora, you talked about how you gained admission into the university and how you devoted a lot of time into reading, and all through you were smiling, your emotions were still evident. I could tell that you still found the experience painful because you put in your best, but you were disappointed by the system. You expected more from the system. And so after sharing your story, you also gave us lessons to be learned from that experience, to understand the reality of your society. Nigeria is not America, as you put it. Press your buttons. So that's your that's your advice to the upcoming generation, to press your buttons after doing your best. Do not relax. Still press your buttons to get things to happen for you. What I liked about your storytelling was you told us a story and then you shared the lessons based on your personal experience. However, what I would like you to do better next time is, yes, you had the emotions, but I didn't see so many gestures from you. I didn't see your hands at all. And then you were smiling all through. And at some point, your storytelling was like you were talking to your friends, like, guy, that thing paid me, it was that sort of storytelling. I didn't see a presentation like you were speaking to an audience. You were actually talking like you were narrating a story to friends about a terrible experience you had with the Nigerian system. So apart from that, lessons well passed, message well received by the audience. Well done. Yeah, a seasoned Toastmaster, so I didn't expect to find too many faults with your speeches, and that's all I could get from you. Well done, and again, well done. Yes. All right, the next question was what excites you about life? That was a question to Toastmaster Chidi. Toastmaster Chidi, of course, we already know her level, and of course, it was evident in her delivery. She started with a smile, which I love. Usually, you just win over your audience whenever you open with a smile. And she did something very spectacular that I like. That's DTM Chidi, yes. She started with a smile, and then she repeated the question. And that's what every seasoned speaker should do for table topics. Repeat the question, and not just beyond table topics. Always repeat the question. It just gives you time to bring your thoughts together, which was what she did. She bought time by repeating the question. You could see there was a pause. However, that pause was not deliberate, but what came after that pause was she was able to put her thoughts together, and then her points started to come back to back. In fact, she caught fire at some point. Her energy was so high. She said, everything about life gets me excited. I'm a change agent. You could see that she's an optimist. It showed in her delivery. She went from talking about everything that excites her to even motivating us to, get excited about life as well. Good use of hand gesture. I saw that she was assertive. Her energy was great. And she even brought that question into the moment to say, I'm even excited that I'm here today at Festac Toastmaster. And then she closed strongly with a call to action, challenging people to join her to be excited about life. Unfortunately, I couldn't fault that speech, unfortunately, because from energy level to deliberate pauses to delivery to, I think that speech was on point. Well done. For a question that came out of the blue, I think you did justice to it, from body, from gestures to what have you, to vocal variety. So well done, DTM Chidi. All right, I didn't get the name of the third speaker. Apologies for that. I'm not sure I got the name, but you told us about your to-do lists and how you have adjusted it to reflect some new things that you want to start doing, how you've adjusted your schedule, you practice your keyboard and all of that. What I liked about your speech was your energy level. It was good, even though I feel that your speech in itself could be more packed, like a sandwich, to have more content, in between the loaves or the slices of bread, right? It was a good speech, but I would have loved to have more content in between the slices of bread. However, it was a good one. What I would like you to also do next time is your camera. You want to ensure that you see the way I'm sitting, you can see me, I think, up to my chest level, but in your case, you were looking down at your camera. But other than that, I like your confidence. I liked your smile. I liked the fact that the question did not throw you off balance. You were still able to put something together in that short time, and we're able to get the meat out of your delivery. Well done. And then the last question, I found that particularly intriguing. Where do you find inspiration? Where do you find inspiration? Intending Toastmaster Cheesy, if I am not mistaken. Well done. In that short time, you were able to start by categorically telling us that your inspiration comes from music. You didn't have to think about it. You just said it. All right, I will say my inspiration comes from music. And then you went on to tell us why that is so. And then you ended again with my inspiration actually comes from music. I think that was a good start, and that was a good ending. But for me, the sandwich could have been better. The what you have in between the bread slices could have been richer. You were very articulate, which I liked. For an intending Toastmaster, that's a good base level to start from. Your speech was well delivered carefully. There was some structure to it, which I also liked. Your voice I found a bit too soft and not as assertive, but I know that will come with practice when you join Toastmasters, eventually join Toastmasters Club. And I would have also wished to have you have your camera on. Your camera was off, so we're not able to see your body language, to see if your words matched your your hand gestures and all of that. Next time, please do put on your camera so that we'll be able to give you a more holistic evaluation. But other than that, well done, intending Toastmaster Chizzy, and we're looking forward to having you join the Toastmaster Club very soon. Thank you. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ngozi Manukaji. You did excellent justice to that. That was ethereal, that was beautiful, and that was very, 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 very impactful. Thank you so much. I would not like to take much of our time. Normally, we are supposed to go for 5 minutes break at this point before the prepared speech, but I would prefer if you could use this few minutes to meet all our guests in the house. And I'm also seeing some Toastmasters I've not seen in a long time. That's very, very interesting. If you can hear me, please just tell us how you got to hear of Festac Toastmasters, what you think of our meeting so far. And if you have let us know what you think, basically. All right, I think we should start with intended Toastmaster Chizzy. And Toastmaster Chizzy, if you can hear me, let us know how you got to hear of Festac Toastmasters and what you think about our meeting in 30 seconds.
All right. I actually got to know about Festac Toastmasters through Facebook because I've always wanted to improve on my communication skills. I feel I lack on that. And then I went on Facebook and I started searching for groups or probably clubs that can give me more information on how to build my communication skills. And as God will have it, I came across Festac. I actually came across the Toastmasters. I don't know if it's the overall Toastmasters club. Then I sent them a private message, which they are yet to respond. And something struck my mind that probably that will be abroad. It will take them longer period of time before they can get back to me. Probably there will be other clubs within Nigeria. Why not check for one in Nigeria? And I actually went further to do my research and I got to find the one in Ikeja. I said Ikeja is too far for me. I can't be going to Ikeja. If they have like a live section, I can't be going to Ikeja because it's very far from where I'm living. And so I had to also go and I kept on checking and I got to find out there's one close to me, which is the Festac Toastmasters Club. I even sent a message. I sent that on the Ikeja Toastmasters Club, not the Festac. So I got this notification on your page that you'll be having a live a Zoom meeting today. And then I waited for 4 o'clock before I could join. So that was how I got to know about Festac Toastmasters Club. So far, the meeting has been an interesting one for me. I really enjoyed the fact that I was asked this question. What was my inspiration? Like, what gives me my inspiration? Like, I felt like it's a question that just came of a sudden to me. Like I wasn't expecting that I'll be giving an answer today. I was hoping probably today I'll be learning from other people. The next time I'll be asked a question on this. But I was so happy that I was asked and I was able to at least give a response to that effect. I'm very grateful that I'm part of this club and I look forward to improving my communication skills at the long run. Thank you.
Wow. I'm flabbergasted by that particular ethereal response. Thank you so much, intended Toastmaster Chizzy. I would like to encourage you to kindly drop your WhatsApp number in the chat box so that I can reach out to you and also answer any questions you may have about Toastmasters in general. It's a pleasure to listen to you today. You sound amazing, you sound passionate, you sound inspirational, and I can't wait to have you, become part of the team. Thank you so much. Please, I think let us do it for 30 seconds. I think we also have Jesse Uche. Jesse Uche, if you can hear me, can you tell us in 30 seconds how you got to hear of Festac Toastmasters and what you think about our meeting so far?
Hello, Toastmasters. Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, my net.
All right. It seems
So down here is very bad. I'm just phone network issues. But then I'm not so new. I've attended. Okay. So I attended
okay.
April. No, in March. So I didn't attend the one
Awesome.
for April. So I
It's awesome.
heard about Toastmasters from a friend.
All right. I guess she's really struggling with a network. And I would also encourage intending Toastmaster Jesse to also share our WhatsApp number in the chat box so that we can reach out to her and guide her on any questions she still have. I guess. Okay, we also have Kelechi. Kelechi, if you can hear me in 30 seconds, can you tell us how you got to hear Festac Toastmasters and what you think about our meeting so far?
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
I guess my sound in the network is clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So I just got to know about Festac Toastmasters today from Nora King's start of WhatsApp.
Awesome.
So I saw this Zoom and I chose to join. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you would please also share your WhatsApp contact with us on via the chat box so that we can reach out to you and also answer any questions you may have about Toastmasters. Thank you so much. Let me also see if we still have any other guests that we still need to hear from.
Sir, I will do that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, I think that will be that for today. Thank you so much for joining this meeting. It's a pleasure to have you, and shout out to Toastmaster Fatoyinbo Ibrahim, my ethereal mentor. And of course, it's always a pleasure to have you join this particular meeting. Without taking much of our time, I'd like to move on to the prepared speech segment so that we can be on time before 6 p.m. And to help us with the evaluation of our first and only speaker for today is the Area 19 director and a very handsome Toastmaster who happens to be a human resource professional himself with a lot of accreditations to his degree. And, I could go on and on about his ethereal qualifications. He's someone who's very, very impressive, interesting, and motivating. Please welcome to the virtual lectern at this point, Toastmaster Sean Shupeng, to kindly recite speech objectives for Toastmaster Jane Osemwingi.
Okay. Kindly confirm I'm being heard.
Yeah, audible, sir.
Excellent. Thank you very kindly. Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters and guests in the house.
Good evening.
I will be evaluating Toastmaster Jane Osemwingi, and I must say this is about the third time I will be doing this, and Toastmaster Jane is a very excellent speaker. So going straight to the purpose of her speech. The first purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Jane to demonstrate her skills as a leader and a public speaker. The purpose of this first speech is for the member to introduce her plan and vision. Toastmaster Jane, do break a leg. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much for that succinct one, Mr. Area Director. And to introduce to you our first speaker for today's meeting, as rightly introduced before, she's passionate. She's a passionate lady who lives lives as positively as possible. She loves to read, listen to cool and sweet music. Today, Toastmaster Jane will be, I think she'll be doing and it has English. And the title of our speech today is an update on ANNS Spring Barbecue 2022. Please join me as I welcome to the virtual lectern this evening, Toastmaster Jane Osemwingi. You have the floor.
Thank you graciously, the Toastmaster of the day. My last name is pronounced Osemwingi. Please, I'm very proud about my last name, and I take pride in my last name. And I'm giving the second speech of this project. The title of my speech is ANSS Spring Barbecue 2023 Update. Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia. My last speech, I gave the plan and the team members I'll be working with. Planning spring barbecue for Nigerians living in Nova Scotia. For the past 2 years, we Nigerians living in Nova Scotia, we've not been able to gather together, get to know ourselves, know the audience, know our audience. People coming in every day, migrating to this place every day. We get different stories. This person came here, this person here. So we wanted to know who are those Nigerians. We wanted to know our audience. We wanted to know ourselves better. So as the immediate Secretary General of the Association, I was appointed by the Board of Directors to do this project, come up with plans, how this project will be implemented, and the dates when this will hold. We're in spring period, so, and it's not too warm, but it's not that cold, there's no more snow. So we wanted to also collaborate, get to know ourselves, get to enjoy what life has for us as well. And to also crown it all, the government of Nova Scotia lifted all the COVID protocol. For the past 2 years, we've been living with strict guidelines, limits no more than 5% gathering. So now, no more restriction. So we decided to make use of the opportunity and enjoy life. So my team, being the chairman of the committee, Jane Osemige, experienced product manager here in North America. Then I also have Sonia Ikeluwa. She works with the government. She's also the current vice president of the association. And also Kule Fakiyesi, part of the team as well, is an entrepreneur. He does this buying and selling of African groceries here in Nova Scotia. So he's pretty knowledgeable about what we need to do for Africans, Black people in general, in terms of what food that they would like and all. So those are my team members. And we're successful in hosting the spring barbecue last week. And some of the highlights of the event, we were able to get sponsorship from the government, Halifax Regional Municipality, which has never happened before in the history of Nova Scotia in terms of Nigerians Association. We were able to get sponsorship from the Halifax Regional Municipality, which was top-notch. We got over 10,000 Canadian dollars sponsorship, and the bulk of it came from Halifax Regional Municipality. That helped us to cover most of the costs, the venue costs, the food, and other logistics as well. And the second highlight of the session as well, of the event, we were able to, members indicated to volunteers, because the plan was to hire volunteers, pay them initially, but it didn't later work out. So we get members indicated interests that they want to volunteer, they really want to help, they want to collaborate. That was really amazing. That's really captivated us with the planning committee. And the third highlight as well was we were able to promote the barbecue session through various marketing plans, social media. We used the Instagram, using our ANSS handles, the Facebook. We also use TikTok as well. We have some members on TikTok, and we also leverage on the WhatsApp. So we have different groups of Nigerians here on WhatsApp to push out this spring barbecue. And the response we're encouraging. We got members who already started. They are coming for the spring barbecue. We wanted to get their database, so it's possible to also update our database we have. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this event is done. I will say there are a series of lessons that we've learned as the committee member, personal experiences, and also what we learned in general. And one of the lessons we learned as well was it took us time for us to prepare the sponsorship letter. That's really take time. There were a lot of edits, a lot of back and forth, getting approval from the president, what we need to do entails on the sponsorship. I think that was one of the lessons we learned, time wasted in preparing sponsorship letters. So at the end of the day, we didn't push out those letters to as many people we've planned to push out because the time frame was really short. And the second thing we also learned, one of the lessons we also learned as well, that volunteers, in as much as we have volunteers who showed up, who want to help, but it would have been nice if we could incorporate probably a gift card to say thank you, because these volunteers and students who really want to help and contribute, and they also have needs as well. I think if we would have added a thank you letter, a thank you gift card from Amazon or any other online shopping for them, that would have really been nice. It's something that, a lesson that we learned after the end of the event. And the final lesson as well is the attendees. We had too many attendees who attended the barbecue, which at the end of the day, surpassed our budgets. We have some Nigerians who came, oh, I didn't get invited, but I'm coming. Oh, someone say, it's a Nigerian event now, must I be invited? So at the end of the day, we didn't have to send people, we could not send people back because we are Nigerians, we just wanted, because we wanted to know ourselves, collaborate and all. So, but that's one of the few lessons that we learned, that we should have able to have a cap on it. This is the number of attendees that we can cater for. At the end of the day, there were a lot of food shortage because we had more people that attended. What are things I think we did well? We did well in time management. We planned that our events to start by 9 a.m., which started by 9 a.m. and ended by 6 p.m. Yes, we were really proactive on time management of the event that day. And we also had, as a team, we respected opinions from each member's team, suggestions, ideas. We collaborated together, irrespective of how your idea is. We welcome them and all. I think there are things that we really did well as a team. And also too, at the end of the event, we were able to send thank you letters to all the sponsors and also the volunteers as well. So my personal experience that I also learned as well is the ability for me to be able to engage the Halifax Regional Municipality. I think that was really top notch. That really helped me through Toastmasters. I was able to communicate effectively to them very well, both verbal and written communication. And thanks to Toastmasters, who also helped me with that as well. And also able to resolve conflict resolution. And that was the skills I also learned in Toastmasters. There's a lot of back and forth in planning as well, reaching out to the person, getting approval, getting some formality ready as well. There were a lot of conflict, but with the help of Toastmasters, I was able to resolve this conflict amicably, and this stop us for planning and executing this project. Fellow Toastmasters, I guess, I'm very happy to tell that the Spring Barbecue 2020 is over, and all Nigerians here, they're happy. They're singing our songs. We got a lot of feedback, a lot of testimonials. They're really happy, and we got to know more audience. We updated our database, and everyone is happy. And I just want to leave you with this quote by Brian Solis. He's a current speaker, an author, and a digital analyst in America. And he says, community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that brings belonging matters. And before I end, I give this lesson back to the Toastmaster of the day. I just want to appreciate the Festac Toastmaster for always being there and for giving me audience anytime I really want to speak. And for all my journey so far in my Toastmaster and speaking, I also want to appreciate the Divisional Director, DTM Chidi. DTM Chidi has been helpful. This is my last project for my DTM project. DTM Chidi has really helped me a lot, encouraged me. I call her my Toastmaster boss. You know, she never gets tired of me bugging her, disturbing. I want to say thank you, ma, for your encouragement, for always being there. You rock, DTM Chidi, you rock. Thank you very much. DTM Chidi has been my friend for years now. So she's very reliable and dependable. Thank you very much, the Toastmaster of the day.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jane, for that beautiful and very educational presentation. I really appreciate you. And of course, it's always a pleasure for Festac Toastmasters as well. We are always, thrilled to have you particularly in our virtual meetings with your presentations, your insights, your updates, and everything that you put together into a speech. I really commend you, and I wish you all the best on behalf of Madam President. Of course, wish you all the best in fulfilling your distinguished Toastmasters journey. Thank you so much. Without taking much of our time, I would like to move on to the evaluation segment. I would like to confirm from Toastmaster Shehu if it's good to go, or we could just give you a minute.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's proceed.
All right, please welcome. I'm already calling him distinguished. Please help me welcome Area 19 Director Toastmaster Shehu Shukwe to give the evaluation for Toastmaster Jane.
Okay, thank you once again, the Toastmaster of the day, and I greet everyone one more time. Toastmaster Jane, before I proceed, can we just give a resounding round of applause to Toastmaster Jane? It's not easy to attain the feat of a DTM, and having come this far, it is very essential that we turn on or unmute our microphones and put our hands together to appreciate her. You can make use of the reactions, you can do the jazz hands, you can do the clap, you can do the thumbs up. Let us appreciate our soon-to-be DTM in the house. It's not easy, it's not a small feat. Okay, excellent. For members who are not aware of guests here, DTM means Distinguished Toastmaster, and to attain that feat, you must have delivered lots of speeches. Going straight to the evaluation for Toastmaster Jane. Toastmaster Jane, this speech was to show your leadership skill and your public speaking skill. Starting with your leadership skill, I must commend your efforts. You didn't only tell us the good side of how that event went, but equally you told us the flops of the event and how much you have learned from it. It's a lot for a leader to realize his or her mistakes and really learn from it. So you didn't make that a sign of weakness, but you let us know that it's okay to fail sometimes and learn from your mistakes. You informed us of how you selected your team. You didn't just tell us about how you selected them, you told us their names and what they do. There you made us more reassured, comfortable that, okay, you have very good hands you are working with. You equally gave a summary of your plan, of how you intended getting Nigerians who have just relocated to Canada. You told us about getting the funds from the government. You informed of how the meeting went, how you brought the attendees together. And equally, you told us about that error. One of them, you said the attendees were too much and it overshot your budget and the like. That showed accountability. That showed that you are someone we can trust and we can put the leadership of any facet into. About the public speaking side, you equally did excellent. But there are some things I would like you to work on. Pacing is one of it. While you were speaking, I realized you were talking really fast. Oftentimes, it is good sometimes to take a pause, relate, talk, take a pause, not necessarily a long pause, it could be seconds, split seconds, but let that pacing come in. Don't be too fast when you speak. Don't be in a hurry to dish everything out. We want to hear from you, or you are a DTM, we want to enjoy your voice. Your voice is very lovely. Your vocal variety equally was one-sided. Your voice was monotonous, if I may use that. You can, on other occasions, try to vary the vocal, your vocals, make use of vocal varieties. Body language, I must say my evaluation is for 3 minutes. Body language. While you were speaking, I could only see your face. Even though it's a virtual meeting, endeavor, you placed your video well. We could see that we could see you were making use of eye contact, but endeavor to make use of your hand. We were only seeing your head move, and that was good, but you could make more use of your hands while you are doing a virtual meeting. and make it a lot more purposeful. Your eye contact was excellent. You showed us a lot of interest. You showed that you were really enthusiastic about what you were talking about. Toastmaster Jane, I congratulate you, and I say you gave an excellent speech. You can work more on the things I have recommended. Congratulations on you attaining your DTM. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Area Director, for that ethereal evaluation. And I'm pretty sure Toastmaster Jane also appreciates the particular feedback as well. Thank you so much. Without taking much of our time, I'd like to encourage all our role players to be very brief with their reports. And to begin, please welcome Toastmaster Zoe to give the accounting report. Toastmaster Zoe, you have the floor. Attending Toastmaster Zoe, are you there? All right, let's move on to intending Toastmaster. All right, I think let's move on to Toastmaster Nora, Madam President, to give us the grammarian report. I hope Madam President is ready.
Good evening once again, everyone.
Good evening.
So I would like to be brief. For the word of the day, I can only say that it's one person who made maximum use of it, which is the person of Toastmaster Ademola. The word ethereal, which also means lovely, beautiful, graceful. And he was the only one that used it like 4 times. Let's give him a round of applause, a thumbs up. Okay. Then for the grammar usage, I believe every one of us did well. It was an ethereal performance. The only person that did use the word I'd like to encourage each and every one of us to look up to. So where I have issues is where she said each and every one of us. In this context, either we use the word each of us or we use every one of us. So aside that, we all did well. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. That would be all for today.
Thank you so much, Madam President. That was brief, that was succinct, that was actually ethereal. Thank you so much. For our next role player report, please welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Uzuma, to give us the listening evaluators report. If I'm correct, yeah.
Good evening once again. It has been an ethereal meeting and I have enjoyed myself all the way. I'm here to give the report on, I'm here to ask some questions to know how well we listen to all the speakers this evening. The first question is, who made the statement, "I am a change agent"?
I am a change agent. That's distinguished Toastmaster Chidi.
Chidi. That's correct. My second question is, who made the statement, "It is important for you to understand the reality of your society"? This is the person that said this should not answer for now. Let's understand if every other person made the statement. So who can help us with that answer?
Toastmaster Lemoro.
He gave himself away, that's why.
No. I heard it correctly. I heard it. I remember.
Okay.
I guess only Marita was listening.
That would be Toastmaster Lemoro.
Yeah, at this time of the day.
Okay, the quote, my mission in life, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion. Is a quote by who?
Maya Angelou, because I actually recited that.
Correct. Thank you very much. I can say that we did listen very well, and I encourage us to pay active listening or keen attention when we are in a meeting or when we are listening to our audience. Thank you very much. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much for that beautiful report. Thank you so much. We are glad and we do appreciate you always, Toastmaster Uzuma. Thank you once again. Moving on to our next role player report. I hope we now have intended Toastmaster Zoe in the house, or else we'd have to move on to the next segment of the meeting.
Thank you very much.
All right, you have the floor, intended Toastmaster Zoe. Please give us the accounting report.
All right. It's interesting that at a meeting themed Know Your Audience, I have found out today that in deliberate efforts, you let go of the clutches and the crutches. So today I had difficulty really finding out who was making the. I had difficulty discovering who exactly was using those words we have agreed not to make use of. But a few persons did use M here and there. But what I noticed is that each time we used it, like when I spoke, we knew we weren't supposed to. And that is really the purpose of Toastmasters. So the fact that we're getting conscious, we shouldn't speak those words, is a stepping stone. Yes. Sorry. Is a stepping stone. Are not making use of those words at all. So well done, everyone. What I discovered today in knowing your audience at Festac Toastmasters meeting is that we're getting conscious and deliberate at avoiding those words that we have agreed not to speak. So well done to all of us. Well done to myself as well. Thank you very much. Over to you, TM Ademola.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, intended Toastmaster Zoe, for that succinct and ethereal report. Thank you so much. I think at this point we would like to round off the meeting, and I think intending Toastmaster Best, would you like to give us the timekeeper's report, or you should go ahead?
Yes, I would love to give the report.
All right, thank you so much.
For the table topic section, TM Elemoro used 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Right.
DTM TD used 2 minutes 34 seconds. TM Octavia used 1 minute 23 seconds. Then ITM Cheesy used 58 seconds. Then for the prepared speeches, DTM Jane, used 9 minutes 17 seconds. So for the evaluation of DTM Jane, area director TM Show used 4 minutes 33 seconds. Thank you very much, General Evaluator.
4 minutes. Thank you so much, intended Toastmaster Jane. You are always on point when it comes to playing any role, and I do commend you for that. And of course, at Toastmasters, we do appreciate you. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I'd like to give the General Evaluator's report. I'd like to first of all thank the division director and of course Madam President. We had to go through some consultation to ensure that today's meeting was seamless, and thankfully we have held the meeting, and I think it has been productive. And also I'd like to thank everyone who has been part of this meeting, both those who have played roles, delivered speeches, and of course those who have also made the conscious decision to be part of today's meeting. Thank you so much. Everyone who has joined, thank you so much. My evaluation is very, very simple. Considering the time we started the meeting today, 15 minutes late, that was not good enough. I hope we can improve on our timing. We should when we say we are starting the meeting 4, we should be able to start the meeting at 4. For instance, we had the intended Toastmaster Cheesy who joined the meeting at exactly 4 p.m. And it's not good when guests are ahead of us in terms of attendance. I hope we can improve on that. Also, I would like to, implore Madam Division Director, before we started the meeting, we are Festac Toastmasters don't have the login to the meeting, and it already takes a lot of creativity to put this together. We would appreciate if we wouldn't have to call our division executives to put a meeting in motion. If there's a way we can actually sort that, I hope that can be resolved. Aside that, I think it's been a very lovely meeting. I want to encourage all our role players to always, to keep making themselves available for us whenever we reach out to them. And I've really had a fun meeting. Thank you so much. And I'd like to hand over to Madam President to give a closing remark. And before I do that, I also like to thank everyone who has made the time to join this meeting. I'll be reaching out to you, those who have dropped their numbers. I'll be reaching out to you. We'd love to hear any questions or inquiry from you. And I think that will be that for now. Thank you so much. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you, TM Ademola, for that editorial performance. Please to see that this meeting was truly conducted. Thank you, everyone that participated. The division director, we thank you for always being present. We thank everyone that came. Despite all the schedule, we left everything that we had to make sure that we are active in this meeting. Without much ado, we would like to, it is assumed we only had one speech delivered. The person of TM Jane, as it's also assumed that she's the winner. Let's give her a resounding round of applause. If we can. Yes. TM Jane, I am promising that come next meeting, if you can, we would like to see you at the next meeting. I would like to personally have a presidential handshake and to hand over your presents. Congratulations once again on your speech.
Thank you very much, TM Nora. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
You are most welcome. So we would like to move the meeting. The next meeting will be a physical meeting. So let's get ready and try as much as we can to be present. It is always a pleasure for me personally. I enjoy physical meeting. It's much enthusiasm that we show in coming for virtual meeting. Let's also show solidarity by supporting the Festac Toastmaster in playing a role, and we will also appreciate your presence. The division director, my madam, I would like to see you personally. And that meeting is taking place on the 15th of May. 15th of May, 2022. By the way, that will be 2 days after my birthday. My birthday should be coming up on the 13th of this month. Please wish me well and send me well wishes. And I like money. You can also try as much as you can to reach out to me. Thank you so much for joining in this meeting. At this juncture, I would like to draw the curtain as we adjourn the meeting till 15th of May. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and a wonderful public holiday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
DPM Chidi, I see you, yeah. Jenny,
so much. I do appreciate.
Thank you so much, Chizzy. We hope to see more of you.
someone just joined.
Thanks. I'll stay
Sam Josephine. Sam Josephine, great to have you.
Same here. Your meeting is always
good to see you.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's always the same time with our meeting. I wish to be in this place. My meeting. I don't like it. I want to protest. Can we change the date of the meeting? I want to be a
Please write a petition to the division director. Unfortunately, we have someone here, Okusi Fumilayo. I don't know if she's a Toastmaster or a guest. She was in a meeting before.
I'm a guest. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I noticed you were in the meeting before, then you logged out.
Yes, it was the network that threw me out of the meeting.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Are you in our WhatsApp platform?
Peseta Toastmaster Ibadan.
Oh, pace setters.
Toastmaster Ibadan.
Whoa. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
It's great to have you.
Where is my friend? Is it Paula? She doesn't do this thing.
Yeah, Zoe logged out already.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Nora King, press to go.
Yeah.
My hands are up.